Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Michael Maney begins now.
A man in his 50s who was found unconscious in Hobart's northern suburbs has since died as a result of his injuries. He was located in the early hours of Friday morning on Swanston Street in Newtown with significant wounds to his neck and torso. Authorities still piecing together what has happened, whether the man was assaulted or struck by a vehicle. Police say they have interviewed a man he was pictured with on CCTV, but say he is no longer considered a person of interest. The investigation continues and anyone with information is being urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Tas Networks has warned the remaining power restorations from last week's storms are going to be the slowest and most complex. The organisation saying more damage is being uncovered as crews access previously dangerous areas. 3,000 properties remain without power, the majority in the north and northwest. This afternoon, power went out in the fourth quarter during the NTFA Division 1 Grand Final at UTAS Stadium due to a pole fire on the corner of Holbrook and Dry Street in Invermay. The state government has stepped up to protect Tasmania's threatened species through a dedicated fund. The Environment Minister highlighting the need to safeguard our ecosystems, native plants and animals on the National Threatened Species Day.
Protecting Tasmania's most threatened species. Touring Seahorse World at Beauty Point today, the Environment Minister Nick Dargan and Member for Bass Simon Wood thrilled by a behind-the-scenes look at 2 unique handfish. Both the spotted and red handfish are on the endangered list.
We have 18 adult spotteds, we have 10 adult reds, and very excited to say we also have 20 baby spotteds that hatched over the last 2 days.
Seahorse World, part of a breeding program to release more of the critically endangered species into the wild.
There's only between 1,000 and potentially 3,000 spotted handfish left in the wild. So it's so important that we protect them, but also it's at the stage where we actually have to help them.
Helping them involves a captive breeding program. The state government providing $8 million over 4 years to directly support conservation activities for priority species like the handfish.
We are famous throughout the world for our environment, and the government takes very seriously its responsibility in terms of putting in place best practice to protect our threatened species.
The state government says it's building on its investment in protecting threatened species, including $2.1 million already provided to establish a captive breeding program for the Maugean skate.
We are in the midst of developing a new threatened species strategy, which will help inform how we go about spending this money.
Melinda Ogden, 7 Tasmania News.
The world is watching as Tasmania takes centre stage, with one of its own attempting to break a Guinness World Record. Over the next 24 hours, Lena Taubman will knock out 110,000 steps on a chair climber while raising funds for charities close to her heart.
Step by step, Lena Taubman is climbing her way into the history books.
Have a go and go big.
She's attempting to smash the Guinness World Record for the most steps taken by a female on a stair climber in 24 hours. Judges intently watching every move.
The female record for most steps on a simulated machine is 96,000 steps. Lena's very ambitious. She's going for 110 because the overall record is 108,000 done by a male.
With a big birthday milestone around the corner, Lena wants to prove age is just a number.
I think if you take care of yourself spiritually, mentally and physically, you don't decline, you can actually ascend. I feel like I'm the fittest, strongest I've ever been coming into 50s.
50 and fabulous. She's definitely 50 and fabulous.
She hopes her hard work and sweat inspires people to open their wallets for a good cause.
A part of her sponsors, or part of the money that we're raising today, is going towards Gyra House, which is a women's and children's shelter for women fleeing domestic abuse and are experiencing homelessness.
Today's attempt to break the record hasn't come easy. It's taken her months of relentless training to get here.
Physical fitness, strength, flexibility, cardio fitness,
Lynn will be putting her best foot forward overnight, aiming to cross the finish line by 9 a.m. tomorrow. She won't be walking solo. Her friends and family will be supporting her every step of the way. Whether she breaks the record or not, her message has been felt across the Tassie community.
She's so motivated, she's so compassionate, and she just has this spirit that just motivates everyone so much.
Sarah Benalik, 7 Tasmania News.
South Australia has overtaken Tasmania to become Australia's leader in renewables, according to new data from Labor, showing only 68% of Tasmania's electricity was met through renewable sources.
We have $25 billion worth of private money waiting to be invested in Tasmania, and this Liberal government have made it not only the hardest place to do business, but the hardest place to invest in a wind farm.
We congratulate South Australia. They're getting into it and building new wind farms, and that's something we need to do here in Tasmania. We need more new renewables on island.
Tasmania has traditionally been regarded as Australia's leader in renewables due to a legacy of the hydro developments. It's the timeless tale of the Ookie Spooky family, and now a production of The Addams Family is coming to Hobart's Playhouse Theatre. In the final stages of rehearsals, the almost 40 cast members from Tasmania's musical theatre crew have been busy preparing, putting their own twist on the weird and wonderful stage show.
It's not like a lot of productions you see. We've really gone about it in our own unique way.
It's a really special show for all of us. It's very team and connected and treasuring what's special in life.
The first show kicking off next Thursday, with audiences encouraged to wear their spookiest ensemble. Old Scotch has gone back-to-back in the NTFA Division 1 Grand Final against Lilydale at UTAS Stadium today, triumphant by 56 points despite a power outage in the fourth quarter. The Demons couldn't match the effort of the Thistles in the second half, kept scoreless in the third term. Old Scotch further doubling up, beating Lilydale in the Reserves Grand Final as well. Lauderdale has ended Kingborough's premiership dream, taking out today's TSL first elimination final. Both teams vying to keep their season alive, but it was the Bombers who got the job done, ending the Tigers' season.
After not being able to split the two teams last week, both Lauderdale and the Tigers were out for blood at Skybus Oval. Discipline hurting the visitors early, giving away two 50-metre penalties in the opening minutes.
Gifted them a couple of opportunities early on, have the Tigers. Blackburn takes full advantage.
Harry Brereton, a late in for the Tigers, and Tyler Carter, both finding the sticks to slow down the Bombers' early momentum.
Grabbed it, took his chance, made no mistake, did Tyler Carter.
As the sky turned grey, the margin began to stretch in the way of the Tigers, with Lockie Clifford making something out of nothing.
Very high, very straight ball towards goal. That is miraculous.
Bomber Jordan Lane crafting a response, kicking the next two goals, cutting the margin back to 1 point.
Looks good. He drives it through the middle, Jordan Lane.
It was blow for blow as tempers flared, with 5 points the difference at half-time. Goals a little harder to come by in the third, the Bombers stepping up at a crucial time.
Poked it through and Lauderdale just starting to put their foot on the gas.
There was some work to do for the Tigers heading into the fourth, trailing by 12 points. The margin drawn closer with this impressive snap on goal by Colin Skeen. Despite the stepping and weaving, the pressure continued to mount for the Tigers.
Then Ratcliffe got him. The youngster brings him down.
The Bombers just managing to hold on, winning 62 to 55, drawing the curtains on the Tigers' TSL season.
There it is. Lauderdale win through in what was an epic elimination final.
All eyes will now turn to tomorrow's game, where top seed North Launceston will take on the Roos. Lily Thompson, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening. Hobart 16 today, 14 the top for Launceston and Devonport, and 15 for Burnie. Our maximum 17 at Friendly Beaches, 16 at Smithton and Bushy Park, 15 for the islands, Low Head, St Helens and Marai Island, Grove and Strawn 14 and 8 today in Laiwini. Scattered cloud moved quickly over the state today, and in the 24 hours to 9 a.m, the highest falls recorded at Mount Bob with 33 millimetres. Cloud also moved over southeastern parts of the country with a mid to high level cloud band passing across central Australia. Tomorrow, a cold front and trough will move over Tasmania as a ridge of high pressure lies across the mainland. West to northwesterly winds increasing up to 40 knots across most waters, with swells building up to 5 metres. A severe weather warning has been issued for parts of the northeast and east coast. There is also a gale warning for waters between Wineglass Bay to St Helens Point, and a strong wind warning for remaining waters to include many coastal waters and inland lakes. Moderate flood warnings continue for the South Esk and Meander rivers, and there's plenty of minor flood warnings that remain. Please refer to the TasAlert website for further information. 16 and showers for Hobart tomorrow, 17 and showery in Richmond, and much the same in Ouse with 14 there. Wet and windy in Launceston and Devonport 13, 11 and showers for Deloraine. Winds also picking up in the west along with showers for Burnie and Strawn, 13's the top, much the same for Curry, 15's the maximum. St Helens showers 15, partly cloudy, and Swansea 17, and high chance of showers and wind for Curry with 15 degrees. Forecast now for Monday, showers about the west, far south and Bass Strait Islands with snow to 700 metres. Tuesday, showers continue about the west and Bass Strait Islands with possible afternoon showers about the north. And on Wednesday, showers about the west and north, and they'll likely extend statewide throughout the day. A lovely 30 degrees in Brisbane tomorrow. Sunny also in Broome, 38, and a couple of showers for Melbourne. They're chasing at 19. Bit of cloud right now in Hobart and Launceston, both 12 degrees. Clear in Devonport with 11. And Michael, what a difference a week makes in the weather.
Yes, let's hope the worst of that weather doesn't return. Thanks for that, Kaya. Well, that's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the footy tonight. Good night.